busy chasing the dollar, chasing that money back. Individuals find love, and it takes all of this. It's a united front. I'm gonna tell you something. It's about the money in the motherfucking power. Hey, we do the job by getting me money in the motherfucking power. Money in the power. Now that soldier has been raised from that mental grave. My fellow that activate stimulated by the singing star form in the universe. I bring mental vision to this verse. Knowing a nigga had to break that street like curse. Now that I'm an OG, I'm out that street game. I can still feel the pain. It's all my life. I was locked down in the prison chains. I'm a changed man. My claim to fame used to be riding around the city, get that money. Riding around in my Cadillac in my A-Day. Bumping that NWA in my take that. Check it out. My life was all about money and power. That white girl power was the money making substance. Might get a strict circumstance, made a nigga take a chance to advance to that dope game. And that dope game bought a nigga street fame. Now no pretty women back in the day, they all wanted to know my name. They like me, she wanna ride with me because I get money, hustling for the money and the power. Money, 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 money and the power. Money and the power. Black power, black power, black power, black power. This is Underground Warrior TV. I'm back with another video. I'm back with a deadly video. Deadly. You know what I mean? I stay ready for combat. Every time I drop one of these videos, the haterism goes up another bar. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep on proceeding. This is what I'm here to do. This is why these elements of death couldn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know, whatever the God or my ancestors, you know, whatever destiny that they take me through or whatever I got to go through this journey, whatever it is, I'm going to go through it. You know, when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But until then, I'm going to keep on blowing the horn of truth. You feel what I'm saying? That trumpet of truth. That's what I'm going to spit. I don't care how YouTube and some of you Negroes and some of you foes that are of different races hate the channel. Y'all not going to stop me. I'm going to keep on doing what I got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. Whatever the journey is, whatever the mission is, or whatever the outcome is, the outcome gonna be the outcome. But right now, I'm here to resurrect the blind, deaf, and the dumb. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna feed a multitude with one loaf of bread. I'm gonna feed a multitude of people with one loaf of bread. For you Christians people, you Hebrew Israelite people interpret your bread as the knowledge. That's the only way that you can feed a multitude of people with a loaf of bread. Loaf of bread represents the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding. That's the only way that you can feed a multitude of people with one loaf of bread. Let's be practical. Let's be practical. You cannot feed physically a multitude of people with one loaf of bread. Let's be mindful of the symbolism that are put forth in your biblical book that you call of the truth. But we know that thing been tampered with by Constantine. You don't want to admit that. Follow history and follow the money and the power. The money and the power. Y'all wrote that song that you heard, Money and the Power, because too many of us chase that money bag, but the power come with our unity. Then we can use the money to ignite the power. You see what I'm saying? Like what Marcus Garvey did. You feel what I'm saying? Just like what this country does. It has the unity with other races, white people in the world. And I know that America is one of the most racist countries in this motherfucker. France, all European countries never paid black people or no Africans reparations. So I don't give a fuck with what my fucking critics say. I know I'm telling the truth. Find me one white government that has paid black people back for slavery and the robbery of our country, Africa, our continent, Africa. I'm waiting. Where's the reparations for the black nation who built all these motherfucking nations around the world? If it wasn't for us, nations wouldn't be. Flat out, they made money off of us and they owe us. Fuck you talking about? The money and the power. Follow the money. Before this Maui deadliest wildfire in recent USA history, August the 8th, Maui subsequently was burned to the ground. But the rich part of Maui, where the rich people live, the fire didn't touch them at all. Just the poor people. Ain't it crazy how poor people who are already struggling continue to have catastrophes come right after another and another? It's kind of funny, you know, that developing contractors was talking about building a satellite city in Maui, Maui. A satellite city, a smart city, the first smart city. I heard they was going to build a transportation city up underground with a train, some type of express train. I'm going to show you a clip to further prove that I believe the government of America, some investors, want to take this part of Hawaii from the people of color, the poor people of color. You want that part as a smart city, the first smart city in America. See, people always call me a conspiracy theorist, but I go to the source, the horse's mouth, the people who is experiencing this catastrophe in Maui. President Biden and your government should be ashamed of themselves if they participated in the murder of these people for this land. It's a damn shame. FEMA running out of money? How in the hell FEMA running out of money when Jim Crow Joe Biden keeps sending money to Ukraine? See, some people are just fools by nature. You can sell someone a dream. Black people have been buying dreams for years. And when you see the truth, you've been trained, black people, to look away. You scared to look at the essence of what it really is. You love falsehood because you've been trained by the enemy. So when I bring this type of information, you scared to even look at it for what it is. But check this clip out right here.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for the fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute and might otherwise be infringing non-profit education, personal use, tips to balance in the favor of fair use.
Borge. I guess you could say I'm a kapuna. I'm 61. I was living on 1A Street when it happened. I walked away with nothing except my dog. And I've been part of the human experiment ever since. First we were in Maui Prep. They passed out toilet paper because they wouldn't let us use the bathroom. I guess we look like leprosy people to them in our dark skin. Then we went to Baldwin High. Now I'm at Royal Lahaina. We need help because we're being told by people from the mainland who are culturally insensitive to fill out papers that will give the America, which I am a forced American. I'm not a proud American. I am forced to be American in Hawaii. You're telling us to fill out this paperwork so that you can give us the least amount of money. All I've had since day one is $700. FEMA is fighting with SBA. I walked out yesterday because I'm hearing conflicting stories of what paper I should fill out. We need meetings in Lahaina. So many people, my employees, they're a Filipino ancestry, they're Filipino. They don't know how to fill these papers out. 4 out of 5 of us lost our homes, just burned to the ground. We are only being told, stand in this line, sign here. What are we signing? Who is it benefiting, us or America? That's what I want to know. And I want to know when we get to go back to our home in Waimea. Maybe it's gone, but for reasons that I don't want to discuss, we need to go back there. Are you guys going to just scrape it all away and say disaster zone? And America's going to get what they want, their satellite city? Because this was planned years ago. It's now happening. And all the poor people, the homeless, the hardworking people of the hotels, the kapuna, we lost everything. So you could have your satellite city. This isn't fair. I feel like I was used. I feel like crap on the ground. This is not right, and we should not be treated this way. We're in a hotel, and we have no communication. I cannot watch the news. I don't know what's going on. I just happened to see on Facebook there's a meeting here. We couldn't even have our pastor come in and ask us if we need prayer in the very beginning, but Oprah could come in. Who is she? Who is she? They said, oh, she knows the governor. We didn't need her in there in Bowen High. Get her out. We don't know. We also don't need people like Kindness Shiki telling tourists don't come to Maui. Because some of us, thousands of us, work in the hotel industry. They pay our mortgage. They give us our medical. And the medical, besides the county, is pretty good for somebody old like me. So don't go tell tourists, don't come Maui, because you're not speaking for us, the working people. You're speaking for yourself. Tourists come, we love you. We have aloha. You have gave us money through your donations. We're not saying don't come. Come, because you will be helping us, the lower people. The grains of sand of Maui is what we are. We're not the ones living up in Laniapoku. Not one of those houses burned. Puamana is still there. Lahaina Shores is still there. Everything beyond the Civic Center is there, but the homes where we were working, where we were scraping, where we had less than $1,000 a month to pay for our basic needs of gas and food. We busted our ass, and this is what we get. Nobody called us. Our phones didn't work from 5 in the morning. The fire was not 10 o'clock when I went to work. The fire was still there. There was no water. Tell me if that's coincidence. No water, no warning. And everybody talking about the satellite city before the fire. Lahaina gonna be the first satellite city. Well, hey, Jeff Bezos, you got what you wanted. Oprah, you got what you wanted.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for the fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit education, personal use tips the balance in the favor of fair use.
The money to rebuild our town. This is going to be a long road ahead of us, and we're just trying to fundraise and make sure that the displaced families can go back home one day. There's a lot of real estate speculation happening right now that is really frustrating, and I just want to remind all you real estate investors around the world, like, Lahaina is not for sale. Please don't reach out to these families and take advantage of them during the most devastating time of our lives.
You know, we just heard from our reporter and from a couple of women who say that they were upset about what tourists were doing. Now you're telling me that there are real estate investors reaching out to people about their property. What's going on exactly?
Yes, homeowners have been reached out by investors and realtors offering to buy their land. And this is disgusting, and we just want to make sure that people around the world understand our situation and know that Lahaina is not for sale.
What's going on exactly?
Yes, homeowners have been reached out by investors and realtors offering to buy their land. And this is disgusting, and we just want to make sure that people around the world understand our situation and know that Lahaina is not for sale.
I find it very suspicious. I find this very suspicious. A plan, for this satellite city in this particular area that was targeted and burnt. I can come to the conclusion that it was deliberately, but I don't really have concrete evidence. But something is suggesting that this was manufactured. Family, you know what I'm saying? So, if what this woman is talking about at this Maui Council meeting about the water was cut off deliberately, evacuation notices was held back, and the mayor of that particular area in Maui, Maui, he is not in compliance. And what I'm saying by that, he's not in compliance. It's not clear why he did not evacuate and warn the people. He said he stand by his decision to not evacuate. Something's very suspicious with this whole ordeal that happened August 8th in Maui. Lahaina, Maui. NBC News come off like it's unclear how the fire happened. But they also say that there has always been in that region potential a wildfire to take place. So in this particular area, the news says this is how the news play games on the masses' mind. In this particular area of high winds from hurricanes and things of that nature that happens in that area, has a high concentration of fire being started from natural disasters from the sun. But you never heard of them until this one. This was a major fire. Some people trying to blame it on electrical lines. They get caught up in the winds and fell down and caused this major catastrophe. I don't know, y'all. But NBC News says one of the most prevalent outlandish theories is that the fires were caused by some kind of secret energy weapon, a relatively common conspiracy theory that has been proposed in recent years around a variety of events, including previous wildfires. Some have misrepresented an image of SpaceX rocket launch as evidence that something sinister is happening. They had that laser. They have a laser. They have the capability. They have HARP. Weather manipulation is at their disposal. Trust me. So, what's suspicious about this, family, is that contractors developing people who hold those prestigious titles are engaged with the people who have lost their property, trying to get them to sell them their property. It hasn't even been 2 months yet. It hasn't been 2 months yet. And you mean to tell me that you got investors and contractors contacting these poor people who lost their whole land? You see it speak on Oprah. They spoke on Oprah, and Jeff Bezos, is that his name? Jeff Bezos. Yeah, Jeff Bezos. Y'all mash up the likes, share this video, tell me what y'all think. Peace. Black Power.